is time to talk about the new action movie by John Woo that came out in theaters, and that is Silent Night. A film that, on paper, is very interesting in concept and idea, but unfortunately, the shtick gets a little old a little too quickly. I think that this being a silent movie kinda hampers it. It's a really good idea. It's just that there's too much dialogue and not. There's like too much talking from other sources and not a good enough score to really deter from the fact that there isn't much dialogue in the scene. So what I have to say is that this is the second silent film I've seen this year. The first one being No One Will Save You, and I must say that the difference between these two is that this one had way more situations where you have learned to expect dialogue, while in No One Will Save You there isn't really any character interaction, as it is always just focused on one character. And so, due to the fact that that film just always has only one character, while this one has way more character interactions in the silent movie format, it just didn't feel like it meshed well, which is unfortunate because the action was really good. It's just that at some point it just got a little too silent. And I know that's the point of the film, but when the only noise you hear is gunfire and motorcycle and car noises, it gets a little irritating. That's why in most action movies there's they drown it out every once in a while. They have a break from the shooting to have some dialogue in there, or in other cases they'll have a song playing, or a musical score playing, something playing to not make it singular audio, and make it dynamic and diverse. So my issue, that's my real issues with the film, but it's still really solid and it's worth the watch. I don't know if I'd watch it straight ahead in theaters though. That is the thing. So, story is pretty simple, generic revenge flick, although there is an alternate universe where instead of taking revenge on all who have done him wrong, he ends up searching the deep dark web and trying to bring his son back to life using dark mysticism or whatever, and then it turns into a horror movie. And I'd like to see both of them, honestly, because this could be a Quiet Place type deal, and how that's why it could still have the same name, Silent Night, and everything, which is why I think it's hilarious that it could have literally gone one of two ways. It would just be a matter of the director. Let's say you have that backstory and you give it to John Woo, it's an action movie, but if you give it to someone like Jordan Peele, I think it'd be a horror movie, and it would be a damn good one. So story pretty generic, but serviceable for the fact that it is just a revenge flick. So, Hot Pocket score. Cinematics, if the score was better, I'd give it a hand grenade score. But since the score is just a little dull and it needs to be more dynamic, unfortunately, the score is good, don't get me wrong. It's just that it's not good enough to levitate this film from the lack of dialogue to add its dynamicism. So, Hot Pocket score. Directing, pretty solid directing, honestly. I'll give John Woo a hand grenade score there. And the acting, really good, full body physical acting, not really focused and using the dialogue. So I have to give props to all the actors. Joel Kinnaman does a great job. So I'll give him a hand grenade score. But in terms of what I was expecting, it wasn't what I was expecting, but to be fair, it was a little worse than what I was expecting, because, like I said, I expected it to be silent the whole way through when I first heard about it. But my issue is that there wasn't that, engaging enough score, so I was left a little I started to zone out a bit and I started to think about other things, and so I got a little distracted. And that is my main issue. That's pretty much all I have to talk about this film. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below what your thoughts were, and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps out a lot. And other than that, I'll leave you guys to it.